Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing well. And today, my friends, we're back with a live showdown here between the Tomb Kings and the Sons of Sigmar. So we are going to be going for a heavy rush. We do have the basic Tomb King, which allows you to go very wide. You know, Cetra does cost quite a bit more, so getting the basic Tomb King, who also brings some pretty good utility to the battlefield, isn't necessarily a bad idea. So we do have the Amulet of Fasta here, which actually lowers armor. So if they have some Demogryph Knights, Knights of the Blazing Sun, anything like that, you can really butter up their armor in tandem with the Deathcaster, using Soul Blight, as well as the Blessed Legion of Demonetization here with their armor sundering. So pretty cool stuff. Got a couple chariots to get through Sigmar Sons and Flagellants and State Troopers. We got some Ushapti just to have some mass on the battlefield. I didn't want to have like nothing with heavy mass and armor to stop the heavy cavalry, so yeah, Ushapti aren't designed to fight those, but having them buffered in with your frontline troops helps mitigate some of the damage. On top of that, we have a couple skirmishers. We have the Skeleton Horseman Archers, big angry undead birds, and maybe we do a little bit of Wild Vanguard here and see what we can do. But let's see what my opponent's doing. Let's get this party started. Good luck to my opponent here. Let's get this all rolling. So we're going to kind of scout looking for the Rusty Arrows. A very, very wide build. Marcus Wolfhard probably just going to be sitting on top of... and we can take some pot shots at him. Let's see if we can get some freebies right here, which would be nice. And the chariots are just going to hammer right through that front line. Yeah, it's mostly State Troopers, things like that. There are some heavy cavalry, some Empire Knights at the back, so we got to be privy to that. But for the most part, Marcus is shooting at, I'm not sure what yet. Okay, looks like he's just shooting at some of the chaff units here. Anyways, we could do a little bit of a frontal charge there. If my opponent's going to offer that up, we will certainly take him up on that opportunity. And now the Ushapti and Skeletons can move in. You can move in as well, and that's a pretty nice little charge for sure. They can loop around the back and start to hammer into that position. Very good. All right, so Ushapti, let's pull you guys back a little bit. Let's get the chariots moving in to go, and you guys can jump on the caster right there, which should be pretty good. All right, do we want to use Tomb Strike yet? We could. We have some more Bone Daddies coming up and through. Let's pull back now. The chariots need to get in there, and we also need to get the skeletons through so we can pull back a little bit more efficiently. So those silver bullets there, no, those are actually like Outrider units. Okay, so we got to retreat here. Things are getting a little bit spicy in terms of the focus fire, and our archers are still just shooting into a halberd unit, which is fine, I guess. Chariots move in, hammer them down. The bird is on top of the caster, which is great. And let's kind of loop across the battlefield and see if we can get some better engagements. And these Ushapti need to get a little bit more active. All right, so chariots keep going through. Those halberds are a little bit braced up, so we just need to kind of try and break the back of these different positions here. The Ushapti have broken through the State Trooper lines pretty effectively, but we don't want Ushapti piling into halberds. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can get them on those units. Yeah, pull the Lord back. We can get some of these horsemen to start shooting at the Outriders. And you know what? Ooh, are those silver bullets there? They are the silver bullets. Very, very good. All right. Nice little burning head going to be going down there. Let's go ahead and overcast and start working on these silver bullets if we can. And drift into the backfield of our opponent's army. And the horsemen have taken their fights, but obviously the Empire Heavy Cavalry has been able to do quite a number on us. Anyways, here we got spears. Let's move you in there. Let's get the Tomb Prince fighting and get the chariots just continuing to push into enemy lines. Get on you and get the carrion on top of the silver bullets. We really need to make sure we are able to take those bad boys out because they are a nasty, nasty unit. Very, very spicy stuff indeed. Blessed Legion, keep working on the armor if you can. Let's get these horsemen back if it's not too late. Bounce of Power is a little bit Sigmar favored, but I honestly feel like we're still in a pretty tight game here. And yes, let's go ahead and cut across, jump directly on those Outriders if we can, push through, get these horsemen going, and ooh, what a beautiful net on my opponent's part. That was such a good play right there. Really, really nice net. Anyways, pulling you guys back, how are the Ushapti doing? We are chasing down silver bullets. They're still being somewhat compromised. We got some spears, and these two damn horseman units should be free of their prison here in a second. Let's get the Tomb Prince moving back there to do the business. All right, so we got more Empire Knights moving in. Let's go ahead and just get our chaff units to start focusing them down, pull these chariots back and across. We're going to save the Ushapti summon for the later stages of the game, and let's go ahead and drop the armor sundering right there and Tomb Strike here. All right, very good. Keep hunting. You guys keep hunting there. We need to shut down those ranged pieces if we can. Looking across the battlefield, we have some skeleton fights on the other side. The Ushapti here are a little bit freed up, but let's get into the back of those Empire Knights and see what we can do. Hopefully the Horseman Archers will eventually catch their prey. All right, so we do catch them, but he does turn to fight. I believe Outriders have slightly better combat stats, so we gotta, put some respect on their name here. We can start Spirit Leeching down Marcus, just kind of preparing for the later stages of the game. Ushapti into halberds here with the State Troopers following up. Really, really nice stuff, and we have more Empire Knights and good. So we do get on top of them. We need to kind of run away now because it looks like we're potentially going to get caught here. Let's move over there, charge into those Empire Knights, and we probably need to use the Ushapti summon on top of the silver bullets because if they live, it's just game blouses. It's going to be a really, really bad time. All right, shoot into them. The blob of random things is doing what blobs of random things do. Let's go ahead and get the carrion and see if we can actually swarm on top of Homeboy here. Ushapti summon to the back should be able to finish off silver bullets, and the Empire Knights have been effectively polished off, which is great. My Tomb King's getting a little bit danger low, though. Can we get on them? It's going to be tricky. Maybe we need to go for like a Marcus kind of butt, like just get on top of Marcus and try and take him out here. These damn halberds won't quite break either. All right, jumping on top of the caster. Let's go get on top of Marcus here. The Ushopti summon needs to keep hunting, and we can go ahead and start dropping like Spirit Leeches on Marcus and just go for the kill here. We got to. We're a little bit behind in many aspects of the game, so we need to make sure we do that. All right, looking around the battlefield, not seeing too much missing. Let's go ahead and surge across, jump on top of the Wolf of Hearts. Get these carrions jumping here. Really, really not nice out of my opponent there. That was a solid, solid play. And can we drop a Soul Blight over here? It's not going to do too much. I guess it will lower some offensive output. Damn, we just can't get through these halberds here. That's a really, really, really big problem. Load the Ushopti on top of them, which is good. And yeah, let's just get the Tomb King, see what we can do. Could overcast Spirit Leech if we have to, which honestly I think at this point we're a little bit desperate, so we might as well. So Chariot's on top of the caster here. We're getting the Blessed Legion of Demonetization to shoot at these units. Marcus is getting karate chopped by the big Tomb King, which certainly gives us some hope. And it looks like the silver bullets are... they might come back is the problem. Yeah, Marcus is almost broken. Let's pop Tomb Strike here. Maybe we can get these Empire Knights off. We need to finish them off. We need to really, really get in there if we can. All right, keep shooting. Chariots have blocked up some of those Empire Knights. We got some State Troopers and different things back here, but let's see if we can get the Ushopti in there. Keep jumping on Marcus there, and we don't have the Ushopti summon. You know, part of me is like, maybe we should have saved it for this situation. I don't know, it's a little bit hard to say. All right, let's get the Outriders in there. Man, that focus fire he's getting with his Outriders is so good. Yeah, really well played by my opponent. He's played a really, really good game. Normally that Chariot Rush can be hard to stop, but he did an excellent job of doing so. All right, let's keep moving. Let's go on after Marcus if we can. We do have a Spirit Leech as well. Let's drop the base on that guy and see if we can get him down, at least get the moral victory of some sort. Turning around on the Empire Knights here. We've caught them. These Outriders are still just going balls deep. And let's go ahead and use the Armor Sundering, see if we can get any help there. Look at our haggard little archers, still going like champs. Still going like absolute champions. And how is the Tomb Prince doing? Seems to be holding his own against the Empire Knights. Could it be a comeback? Yes, I seriously doubt that. With the Outriders just shooting us there, it's going to be very, very tough. Archers, I guess you just go here. I would imagine I'll be taking a Fireball to the face relatively soon. We do get the break there, but Army Losses has kicked in. GG, well played. So this is our first game in our best of 3. Depending on how long the games are, I'll tack them together. But yeah, that was a really well played match of my opponent's part. Beautiful stuff. Classic, good old-fashioned Empire play, using Marcus with the nets and the burning heads to just roast my infantry. That's the whole kind of idea with this build, though, with the Tomb King build, is you don't really bring good infantry, so the burning heads aren't super effective. But overall, yeah, I like this build. I think this Tomb King's build is good. I just think my execution wasn't perfect. My opponent just played better and, you know, did very well. So looking here at his Outriders, amazing Outrider play. I should have maybe... yeah, I kind of sacrificed my 2 Horseman units in the front line. They needed to be chasing those Outriders like over the course of the battle. That was ugly. I almost went with the triple Ushopti Great Bow build too, which I think would have hard countered this pretty effectively. But, you know, the rush build has been pretty consistent and successful for me. So, you know, I went with it, but my opponent shut it down. So GG. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Solid Empire build. And honestly, the Tomb King's build works pretty well. Give it a try. Armor Sundering wasn't that useful this game. I guess I could have maybe tried it against the Empire Knights and things like that. But I think we are in the Cavalry beta, so I think that the Cavalry was performing better than they did in the previous patch. So it's good to see that. It's very refreshing. Well played, and we'll see you guys back in just a minute.